Hello, my beautiful people. This is a recording for your foundational sequence. I will be practicing the whole sequence with you so that you have a reference. Further on in the training, we will see how we can modify this template. But you could teach this template for many, many years and it will be fine. It's just a matter of adjusting. In the future, you will have maybe a topic for your class in terms of anatomy speaking, and you can adjust this template to that specific topic. So when does the foundational sequence start? When you've done your Surya Namaskaras, and then when you finish the last one, maybe you did one classical, 2A, 1B, or maybe you just did 2 classical, or maybe you did 5A, and then we start in downward facing dog. So the foundational sequence starts in downward facing dog, or it can start in standing, and then you take the people yourself into downward facing dog. So from here, the first movement will be Ekapada Adho Mukha, which is 3-legged dog. And then we step forward into a wide-legged, folding forward over to your left side. I'm sorry, I'm giving my back to you. And here you can choose any option for your hands. You can bring your hands onto the back of your ankles, or maybe hands at the line of your feet, and we stay 3 breaths minimum, but if you can stay maybe 5 breaths or more breaths, it's fine. Your eyes maybe at the tip of your nose, if that's okay, or somewhere on the floor. Ujjayi Pranayama. And then we lengthen, breathing in. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale, rise, open your arms. Exhale, warrior 2. And spreading your arms and finding a nice base underneath your feet. We won't stay much into alignment principles, more like the flowing through the sequence. And here again, 3 breaths minimum. Optional to take your Viparita Virabhadrasana, which is your reverse warrior, into your Trikonasana. And here you have props. So I might use a block next to my right foot and finding that opening, that expansion through every limb in yourself, including your spine. At the end of your exhale, hold for a moment and rise into your either reverse warrior or directly into your extended side angle. Finding that rotation of your chest towards the sky. Remember, you can place your forearm on your thigh instead. Inhale to rise back up into your reverse warrior. And both hands to the floor. Exhale, high plank. Optional vinyasa, or you could move directly into your Adho Mukha or tabletop, downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg up towards the sky. Exhale to step forward into warrior 1. Or high lunge as a preparation for warrior 1. Think of the length of your spine. Arms can be by your sides or in cactus. One more breath. As you exhale, we fold forward in your Parshvottanasana, which is your pyramid shape. And here usually we might need blocks so that you keep the length of your spine. The bottom of your heart lengthening, your tailbone lengthening back. And then here, bend your right knee to give it a bit of a rest. And then cross your left hand over your right leg and open your right arm towards the sky, or right hand to your right hip. I won't get into detail here with the options that we can take, but of course here you could lift your block higher. One more breath. And then exhale, bend your right knee, rise into a twisted high lunge, so step your left foot further backwards. And then we can drop our back knee to build the shape. So left arm crossing over, and then either you keep your palms together, or we could find some support for your left hand underneath a block. And then you could lift your right arm to the sky or towards above your head. And this is a big transition. So from here, rise into your high lunge, warrior two, perhaps reverse your warrior, and into your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon shape. I'm going to take a block, lean forward, and float. Think of the length through the back of your neck, perhaps gazing up towards your left hand. One more breath. And then slowly stepping back. You can always add a reverse warrior as a refresh if you want. Both hands towards the floor. And here you can add your wild thing, because remember that we've been already taking cobras, working in extension through your Surya Namaskaras. And then rolling back into an optional vinyasa or downward facing dog. And we are ready for the other side of the sequence. Exhale here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward into a wide-legged, folding towards your right side. Any option. You can grab your big toes, bend your elbows, lift up your toes. Think of lifting from your sits bones. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands on your hips. Inhale up, open your arms. Exhale, warrior two. Soft through your eyes, broadening your collarbones, long spine. And we will move into Trikonasana after minimum 3 breaths. Minimum because you only can really become aware of what you're doing when you have time. And we move into reverse after 3 breaths minimum in Trikonasana. Reverse your warrior, and then into Parshvakonasana, or extended side angle shape. Opening your lower ribs towards the sky through the front of your body. Reverse your warrior, breathing in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, left foot back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg back up. Exhale, knee forward, step. High lunge to prepare for your warrior one. Remember here to spread the back of your ribs, to draw the right side of your body forward. Lengthen through your tailbone. One more breath here. Exhale to fold forward. And here you could step your back foot further forward so that you have more control on your hips. Uddiyana Bandha, the soft constriction, the soft drawing in of your low abdominal area. I'm not very warmed up, so I'm staying a bit mild in my depth. And then we're going to move into your twisted triangle. So bend your left knee, cross your right hand over your left leg, and then left hand on your hip. Expand your left arm towards the sky. Length through your spine, left hip lengthening backwards. One more breath. Then gaze back on the floor, bend your left knee, high lunge. Just step your right foot back to make space for a deeper twist. Right arm will cross over your left leg, and then maybe palms together, or right hand on a block, and then lift, maybe left arm towards the sky or towards above your head. At least 3 breaths. And here we rise up into your high lunge, into your warrior two. Whoops, reverse your warrior. I really felt that in my left hip. Into your half moon shape. So maybe grab a block. Right arm opens. I need some focus here. It's very hot in this room. And then finding your reverse warrior, lengthening towards the back. Both hands meet the floor. Optional wild thing. And roll back into your vinyasa or skip this one. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Feet together, gaze forward, take a little hop. Lengthen, exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Of course, you here take all the time you need in between shapes. No, I'm going just through the sequence for you to have an idea of how it flows. From your Utkatasana, hands on the floor. Bakasana, optional, of course, this is optional. Lift, take 3 breaths. Here you can shoot your legs back, into a vinyasa, downward facing dog. And either you step forward or you move your hands back for Uttanasana. You're folding forward, which it can be with your arms through the back of your legs. It can be with your hands on the floor or on blocks. Always thinking of lengthening your hamstrings towards the sky, even when you're bending your knees. And then after 3, 4, 5 breaths, walking forward or walking back and taking your dolphin shape. So I'm not warmed up for forearm stand. I'll see if I can find balance, but I'm not sure. So you can grab a block. We'll see this in class more in detail. Forearms on the floor, and then you're pushing the floor with your forearms. Your head is hanging. You walk your feet closer to your head. Lift one leg into the air. Perhaps you take tiny kicks to find balance. This is not my day for balance. No. And we find child pose. From wherever you are, child pose. Ooh. And you are ready to move towards your series, your seated series. Okay, nice to be there with you, and yeah, I hope you have a bit more of clarity of the foundational sequence.